Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to another vlog here at My Philippines Life.
Maayong gabi and welcome to our vlog number.
Who's counting? Right guys, yeah, thanks for joining, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to
subscribe,
like,
and please don't forget to share and finish our video.
All of those stuff, guys, really helps out our channel. We really appreciate your support.
Yes.
So guys, we're having a discussion topic tonight.
And what's our topic for tonight?
Last time I remember we mentioned about toxic relationships, you know, things that really kill a relationship. So for tonight, instead of having such a negative kind of topic, in a way, I thought let's switch it around. Let's talk about things we can do to help maybe keep the relationship alive. Yeah, so we all know,
and growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, keep the relationship strong and healthy in a way.
Yeah.
Because as we know, you know, it's normal for relationships. You hear it every day. You experience it maybe, that there's these different stages in relationships, and sometimes there's these moments in relationships where everything feels down, you know. And I believe there's some things we can do, to help keep the relationship healthy and keep the romance in a way.
There's always we can do.
Okay, so the first thing on our list is remembering the early days.
Remembering early days.
Yes.
I mean, we used to do that. No.
We still do it sometimes.
Yeah,
we talk about old days, things like when we were in China together.
Yeah, our experiences.
Things we used to do while chatting online.
Yeah, the feelings of what's the first moment that we met, you know.
Yeah, so it's those kind of topics when you discuss that, you know. The idea is not to say, hey, why are you not doing that anymore, I think. The idea should be really just to remember those good times, you know. It just lights something inside.
Yeah, it gives us more inspirations in a way, you know.
It reminds you as well of, like, you know, we used to do that. We used to enjoy that.
Especially those parts where I remember you doing this to me, or I did this to you, and it was so funny. It's like that. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So don't forget to do that. Yeah. Think about the good memories you have with each other.
Just don't focus too much on the future. It's like, don't talk about what's tomorrow, the next day, and
it's not a bad thing, I think, to talk about the future, but don't forget about the memories.
Don't forget all the steps that you are passed on, something like that.
All the steps.
Yeah, all the steps that
led you to where you are today.
Led you where you are today. Don't forget all those memories.
The reasons why you came together in the first place.
Exactly. It helps the relationship, especially of those moments where, like, you're having a trouble with the relationship, and then it's nice to bring it up once in a while, the good memories before, to inspire you more for the future.
So talking about the past, you know, it's about remembering these early days. So staying in the past is, I think, also important. Also here on our list is to drop old issues. What do you think about that? Dropping old issues.
Dropping old issues.
Yeah, sometimes we carry a little baggage. Yeah, maybe from previous relationships. Sometimes between the couple, there was something that happened between the couple. You supposedly moved on, but then some couples will bring it back up again.
Oh, you're talking about like, for example, us. Like, we have arguments in the past and just drop it, you know. Don't talk about it.
Don't bring it up in the next argument. Yeah, don't bring that up in the next argument.
I agree with that. I agree with that one. Because when you argue, for example, you argue with spoon. Because of a spoon, you argue today. And then few months ago, you argue about fork. Don't add it up. You know, don't add it up. Argue to what you're arguing right now and try to fix that. Because if you keep on adding other problems to another problems from the past, it's not gonna solve the present.
Gonna make the situation worse.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. before. It's like if you, I think I mentioned it from the other blog, that if your partner did something, address it right away, because it's very very important, because it's not about you did this to me and the last time you did this to me, oh, and by the way you also did this to me.
Yeah.
This is what's going on right now.
Yeah, sometimes we make it so general. Oh, you always do this, or you never do that. You know, that's not healthy for the relationship.
It is not.
So yeah, Grace make a good point. Direct communication.
Yeah.
Tell your partner how you feel about something and
that's-
solve that.
That's what I learned from also my past relationship. You know, you learn from your mistakes. You learn from your past relationship, and take that lesson to grow and to be wise, but not take that lesson as a victim, or this person done this to me, so you shouldn't do that to me. You know, it's like
Yeah, keep the fight fair. Put it that way. If your wife is using a knife, you should be allowed to have a knife as well. Yeah, all right. Yeah, the point about fighting fairly is, like we just mentioned, don't bring up old issues. That's not supposed to be an issue anymore. Talk about the situation that you're arguing about, try to solve that one issue. Don't make it bigger than it needs to be.
Exactly.
All right, so other little things we can do maybe to keep the relationship healthy and happy.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about what's on the list. Bonding with each other's families. How important is that?
It's very important, because at the end of the day, if you guys argue, you run to your family.
What if you don't like your partner's family?
And that's the problem.
It's a problem. Just give up.
Well, if you don't have like good relationship with your family, with your partner's family, well, that's a big issue. Because for me,
it can be an issue, you know, but some.
but depends
we
on
don't
the
know
issue,
reason.
though.
Yeah, we don't
Depends
know
on the
reason
issue that
why.
maybe the family really don't like you. Like for example, like for example, me. I mean, his family. For example, only your family doesn't like me. I mean, what else can I do? You know, it's like I will do my best to be a good partner and to be true to your family.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like,
Yeah, I guess it makes a difference whether they have a real reason not to like
Yeah.
it, or that's just not the person they saw you being with, their daughter or son. But I mean, I think the point we're trying to make is to try and make a little effort to get along with your partner's family as well, not just your family. You know, it's you need to make a little effort, maybe to.
yeah, you bond with my family.
We do. I mean, we used to bond maybe a little more before, especially with your brothers, when I used to drink a little more. But I mean, well, okay, just I don't drink anymore, really. But I mean, yeah, when we have occasions, we make an effort to connect and talk a bit. You know.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you're doing that, even up to now. Like, but he's bonding with my family, and they have a good relationship with my family, because family is really important. And sometimes family can be right, you know, accept it or not. Family is one of your other eyes, you know.
True, yeah. Sometimes love can be blind.
Yeah, if your family sometimes like, well, we don't like that person for you, but
why?
They are your other eyes. You have to be like open-minded about it. Don't just stick to that. I like that person. Whatever my family is saying, I will stick to this person, because at the end of the day, no matter what, you will go back to your family, because they are the one who will be there for you.
Aww.
I experienced that.
Okay. Good point made, honey. Thank you. All right. So take the time, bond with each other's family. Yes.
I wish I could bond more with his family.
Talk about bonding. Well, we do wish, but
but they are in South Africa. So.
Okay, so talk about bonding. Little things we can maybe do to bond in the relationship. So one idea we had is maybe cook together. What do you think about that?
Cook together.
Cook together, yeah. Prepare a dish together. You don't like me in the kitchen when you cook, do you?
Yeah, because he has so much spice in the kitchen, like 1 kilo of oil. As Filipinos, I'm not sure if all Filipinos are doing this, but
It's just you.
as Filipinos, my God, when we mix onions, it's only 3 or 4 pieces.
Small little onions.
Yeah, because it's bloody expensive at the moment. But him, I get like, what? It looks like 1 kilo of onion. You mix that.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you don't want to interfere with the person's dish, but I think you can cook together. The one guy can prepare, and while the other one is doing something. And
I'll
that's
do the
a kind
fire.
of, just a way to bond. That's just one idea, cooking together. I think other things you can maybe do is like, which is actually also very good for the relationship. That's actually about having healthy lifestyle habits.
Ooh.
We're guilty that we kind of suck in it. We can definitely improve that part of our relationship. It's just living a little more healthier in ways. So that can refer to doing exercise, you know, eating healthier, sleeping healthy. Guilty, all 3, yeah. It's like so yeah, those are things that so the reason why that's helpful, so something like doing exercise together is a way to bond as well, just like cooking together, exercise together.
So starting tomorrow, we exercise
We go running
together with our mask on, face mask. I can't imagine the running face mask.
Remember, we're just sharing ideas, you know. What works for one couple doesn't always work for another couple. So,
I agree.
Keep an open mind. But a healthy lifestyle is important because it keeps your mind healthy, keeps your body healthy, which improves other part of the relationships, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so you don't get so tired so quickly. Anyway, so okay, on that point, showing affection.
Yeah, that is very important as well. Because as women, if we don't feel like being touched by our partner, or just a little appreciation of you look beautiful today, or you look nice in what you're wearing today, or it's like you're glowing every day, you know, those types of words could some women, they feel more loved by their partner. Yeah.
That doesn't just count for the women, that counts
Yeah,
for the man
exactly.
as well.
I'm not finished.
Hey!
And goes to a woman giving affection to their man. You know, it's like appreciating their hard work, appreciating, like, you know, everything that the man does. Appreciation is very important in a relationship. And then you will tell your partner, like, oh, you look so masculine today.
Really? I thought so too.
Did you exercise today?
It's waking up, getting out of bed. Yeah.
But anyways, appreciation is really important in a relationship in both ways.
You talk about showing appreciation.
And
talk about-
affection as well. You know, a little touch from here, a little, you know.
Yeah,
little
I mean, that
things.
happens in a relationship. Yeah, you forget to just give a hug for no reason.
Yeah.
Give a little kiss. Kissing your wife, or let's say wife, good night, maybe, you know. Sometimes you start to forget doing that little things that actually, I think we can all imagine, it makes a big difference in a relationship.
And I have one to add on your list. It's like, when you have arguments, don't sleep. What you call that
Don't
one?
go to bed angry.
Yeah, don't go to bed angry. Even if you haven't fixed it yet, even if you haven't really talked about it yet, but at least tell your partner how much you love your partner before you go to sleep. Because I heard a story before about, I don't know if it's true, but this couple argue and they just ignore each other for the whole day, and then they sleep without even saying I love you to each other. And then when the morning comes, the husband passed away. And all these regrets because of just a little arguments, it's, I can't imagine the feeling. That's why I always make sure that, even if it's just good night,
Nice.
I love you.
Go to bed.
Even if it's like that, at least you still acknowledge the persons that you love that person despite of the arguments.
Yeah.
Unless
you start the argument at 2 o'clock in the morning when you were supposed to be sleeping.
I do that sometimes. But anyway, unless it's really unfixable arguments, like you caught your husband cheating on you.
Wow.
That is a different thing. I cannot kiss you. I caught you just cheating and I will kiss you good night. No. Move on.
Sleep in the doghouse. All right. So yeah, one thing as we are talking, it's don't forget to lose your sense of humor. Don't forget to lose it. Don't lose your sense of humor.
Don't forget to lose. It's like
Yeah. So sometimes we start taking life too serious. We are stressed at work, maybe.
life is too short. Always remember that.
Yes.
Life is very short. That you keep on just focused on the future, whatever the future, tomorrow, the next day, or whatever, and then you forgot that the real future is today, because it gives you the reason to look forward for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, everyone have a different sense of humor. You obviously know the sense of humor of your partner, I would hope. Sometimes, we forget about it because of maybe other issues. We forget to have a sense of humor. I think actually we went through a few months of that stage. I feel where but it's like there was like times where I don't know. I'm not going to get into detail about that, but I mean the point is sometimes I would just crack a joke, like tease her, and then she would maybe think I'm throwing something at her, making a comment about that's more serious, and then you get a snipey reply, and kind of forgetting that actually we used to teach each other all the time.
Yeah, it also depends on.
So,
It always depends on what's the situations and what's the mood. Or like me, I have to mention, I've been through like this pandemic. People are going through a lot, and lately I've been having like depression because of the sudden changes. I get used to being busy and focus on my business, and then suddenly just everything just dead. Not literally dead, but just the time went very slow. The business went just done. Nothing.
yeah, it's a huge sudden change.
So it's a sudden change that I cannot come up with. And then there was a time that he's trying to make a like a sense of funny jokes to me, that I became so sensitive and I took it the wrong way.
So it happens. It happens. So I mean, that being said, always keep in mind your partner's mood, and I mean that's just being aware. It's like
you have to be
there could be
aware.
a wrong and a right time to tease, but I mean the point I think I'm trying to make is don't forget to be playful. When we're in a new relationship, we're very playful, making fun, teasing each other. Everything's cute, lovey-dovey.
Even if we saw something like on a movie or on YouTube, we see something and then we just create a little scene that we are like continuing the scene and throwing each other's jokes about the scene. It's like that.
We would exaggerate on it. It's like I guess that's something you and me can sometimes do pretty well. It's just be playful and sometimes just be silly. Nothing wrong with being silly in a relationship.
But what if a relationship is too like its personality? I think that one is this couple is really serious.
Yeah, you get couples like that, just very serious people,
Yeah, because of their personality as well.
So that point does not apply to you.
Yeah.
You have find
You are fine with what you are.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's about being who don't forgetting the small little things that how it used to be when you first met. Just to kind of, I mean, that's the things that make the relationship fun. So
Yeah.
don't stop doing that. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, let's mention that. Divide up chores.
What?
Divide up chores. So when you start living together, especially as a married couple, it's like you not just have your jobs, you also have a house to maintain and to run, and there's always chores to do, whether it's washing dishes, doing the cooking, doing the laundry, cleaning the floors, things like that. And I think many men are guilty, of maybe thinking that's the woman's job. But I mean, let's be fair, that's not true. Unless she's a housewife, she probably has the time to do that during the day, so maybe it's not an issue. But for some couples, it is an issue because both have work responsibilities, maybe, and there's not always time. You can't rely on the woman to do all of that. So,
but you know what?
Should always help out.
Here in the Philippines, we are trying to do that. In old days, and even when I was young, I was a bit lazy. I just loved to play, and then my mom would tell me, "You need to learn to wash plates, to water the plants or to cook, because just pray you will marry a millionaire. Because if it's not, then it's all your job. You have to clean the house. You have to do the chores because that's a woman's job." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a very conservative kind of viewpoint or perspective.
Yeah, but what I learned, that's why I was so shocked, because what I've learned in this new generations, it evolves. It's like it's not only the woman's job, but it's also, that's what it says, divide chores.
I mean, imagine that. It's like one person having to go to work, come back, and then take care of the children and do all the house chores. That's a lot of work for one person. You can imagine why that person might be short-tempered. Might get easily annoyed, just of tiredness. So yeah, if you help out in the house, that just keeps. I mean, first thing, it's maybe a way to bond by doing the chores together and show appreciation, and many hands make light work.
And my advice to that for the couples, especially women, keep on doing all the chores, and they wish that if they have just watchful husband, just watch what you're doing but not helping, instead of just doing attitude, wall cleaning, slamming, just talk to your partner. Well, I'm washing plate. Why don't you start to cook rice now? Because, you have to communicate once again. Because if you do not tell your partner, or even to woman, some men are doing mostly all the chores. And this woman is like, I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to fry. You have to help each other, communicate well. And then, if she doesn't know how to cook, teach her how to cook.
Yeah, I think I think that's actually maybe important things to discuss before you tie the knot. Yeah, before you actually get married, that's kind of things you need to discuss. Tell your partner what you expect from the relationship when it comes to living together.
But before some men who look for not only men, some foreigners. I'll just say it. Some foreigners looking for a Filipina. I heard this before, they're looking for a Filipina to marry, to treat them like a housewife.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna point this out. Us Filipina are not just a housewife. I know what I mean, housemaid. Because they think us Filipino work so hard, clean the house, take care, make coffee for you. But that's the old days. don't treat us now. Get rid of that imaginations that us women and Filipina, we want to be equally treated.
Yeah, I think again, any man that still thinks like that has
Yeah.
a very conservative
Yeah.
mindset. I'm hoping that the last two generations don't think like that anymore and realize that we are equal.
Yeah.
Work gets divided equally,
Yeah.
and there's no person that's more important in the household than the other.
Mm.
I think the last point we're gonna mention maybe is to speak well of each other. So,
What's that supposed to mean, to speak well of each other?
so there's moments when maybe the couple argues, and the guy or the wife is angry. They go to their friends and they start speaking badly about their partner, complaining to them about the things your partner do. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's completely wrong to speak to your friends about some issues and asking for advice, but when you just start talking bad about your partner
I mentioned that to
and you start
before.
creating an impression with your friends
Yeah.
about your partner,
Yeah.
where it's maybe only about a certain issue, but I mean, at the same time, they give a wrong impression about your partner, which is not healthy for the relationship, because maybe the partner will forgive you in the end, but those friends might still think about you that way. And when, depending on your friend circle, sometimes you want to add something.
Yes.
You're itching to add something.
Here's the thing, though. People do that. Any person do that. Talk to friends because they want to make sure that it's really their friends. They just want to have someone to listen to them and to agree with them, to this person. Because the thing is, if you're really have this normal mentality and then you want to fix the relationship, you don't need to go to your friends and talk about your problems. You talk to your partner, because your friends will tell you exactly what you want to hear, unless you want to end up arguing with them.
Hey!
Yeah, your friends, especially in a hangout, you will tell them, my husband is like this, my husband is like this. Of course, your friends, that's your friends, that's your best buddies, besties, will tell you, oh, it's okay, don't worry, we are here for you. It's not fixing the problem. Instead of going to your friends, instead of talking about or backbite your partner to your friends just to show that you are better than your partner,
Or make you feel better.
or make you feel better, don't do that, because it's a relationship between you and your partner.
Yeah, certain things are really better to keep it private between you and your partner. It's your relationship. I
Yeah.
think,
Unless you don't want to fix the problem and you want to give up in that relationship, and that's the time you talk to your friends and seek for an advice. But if you still talk shit about your partner, sorry for my language,
Hey!
and then you come home and then you fix the problem, and then your friends will think, what the heck, and your friends will be victimized that because they said something to you against your partner, and they will feel like, we should have said that.
Yeah, I mean, it can just cause very awkward situations, I think, as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
So, I mean, I would say, to be fair, I think if you have a good friends, you tend to talk a little bit about the relationship. But there are certain things that you should really keep private, I think, always in a
Yeah.
relationship. And don't over-exaggerate the situation,
Oh,
because you're just putting your partner in a bad light. That's not what you want to do.
and to those friends as well who like have these issues, always remember there's always two sides of the story.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, last thing I'm just gonna mention, actually, I think we should finish the vlog. But yeah, communication is key in a relationship. So if you feel you need something more from your partner, is tell your partner what it is that you feel you want.
One
more
thing
of
I
in a
realized
relationship.
though, it's easy to say, talk to your partner. It's easy to say, tell your partner what you need, or tell your partner what you want. But the problem sometimes is the partner as well. You know?
We said we're going to keep this positive. So now you're starting to talk about problems with your partner. No, we're not discussing that, honey. I'm cutting you off. Okay.
But just to put that on, because I don't.
No, we're not putting it on.
No, we don't want that communication. We don't want this blog to be like just easy to say. Because some people will say it's easy for you to say that talk to your partner, talk to your like this. But my partner, it's hard to talk to. You know, it's hard. How to talk to my partner? Those
Well,
questions.
you chose to marry that guy. You chose to be with that guy. So you should know how to handle that guy. You made that choice. I think today's topic is more about giving some ideas, things we don't always remind ourselves of, you know, but that could really try and improve the relationship in general and keep the relationship alive and
Maybe we
a
should.
little happier. Yeah.
Maybe we should do a blog like that.
We already talked about toxic relationships, and I think you mentioned
Oh, we
that.
should add more.
Hey!
We like to talk bad about other partners.
I like to talk about reality.
Okay. Yeah, if you haven't checked out that blog, you can check that. I think we called it Toxic versus Healthy Relationships. Talk about some of things that some partners do. But yeah, we're not getting into that again in this blog. So guys, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. Please, just again, very important, if you want to support this channel, please subscribe. Please like and please share if you don't mind. It's much appreciated and very helpful. So, you want to say good night?
Good night, everyone, and keep safe. And mabuhay, Philippines.
Thank you, everyone. God bless and take care.